Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with the 4 p.m. Forecast advisory update from the National Hurricane Center. As we have seen Delta weaken a bit here during the past several hours. Maximum sustained winds are now down to 105 miles per hour. Kind of doubtful we'll see much more weakening for the rest of the run towards the coast, although it's possible we could see it decrease to 100 miles per hour before landfall. But it will be a Category 2 hurricane at landfall, which is expected in a couple of hours. It looks like it's about 30 miles from the coast now, at least the center, and that would put landfall again right around 6 p.m. this evening. Maximum sustained winds, as I mentioned, 105 miles per hour. It is moving towards the northeast at 14, and that motion likely will continue. The latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center really hasn't changed much. You can see we're still looking at the center crossing I-49 close to Alexandria, crossing I-20 east of Monroe. That still will bring some heavy rain to much of our area. In fact, a quick look at pinpoint Doppler showing you the rainfall that we have at this hour, and you can see that the rain is definitely heaviest over the southern sections of the region. And just to show you the amounts that have already fallen as we check in and do some checking here on the radar, and you can see parts of Natchitoches and Sabine Parish is well over an inch and closing in on 2 inches already, and we're still again a couple of hours from landfall. So these areas definitely could see totals exceed 5 inches before it's all said and done. A look at the radar itself showing you the heavier rains which are now falling in that particular part of the area, and we'll see these bands continue to spread to the north. Notice as I zoom this out with Delta moving basically like this, if you kind of imagine this the whole area moving towards the northeast, we'll be hard-pressed to see too much rain as far as Shreveport is concerned, and that's pretty much signified as we look at the outlook from Futurecast in terms of rainfall potential. You can see that the model shows the latest run less than an inch in Shreveport, which is possible. Other models do show we could see. Notice that we're pretty close where the rainfall totals go up. It's still possible we could see an inch or two in Shreveport, but definitely Texarkana, points north and west, we'll see totals that will be less than a half an inch more than likely. And you can see the radar, or at least Futurecast does show the band of heavy rain here. Sabine, Natchitoches parishes extending up into Bienville Parish, where 3, 4, perhaps even a few isolated 6-inch totals will be a possibility. We do have flash flood watches which are in effect for these areas over the eastern and southeastern quarter of the Arklatex. And of course, we do have the tropical storm warning that remains in effect for Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. As far as the wind, something that we've been talking about, you can see that right now the gusts that we've seen here, or at least in the future, very well could see those gusts exceed 50 miles per hour. Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. Shreveport probably will see those gusts remain below 40 miles per hour, and it could approach 30 miles per hour in Texarkana. Notice by 6 a.m. the worst of the wind will begin to move away from our area, and we should see conditions improve as we go through your Saturday. Now, as far as the rainfall, I put Futurecast in motion, and you can see the heaviest rain clearly will be basically in a line from, let's say, Magnolia to Minden to Mansfield to Center. Southeast of that line is where the heaviest rain more than likely will occur. Notice by 7 a.m. tomorrow, the worst of the rain moving out of the Arklatex. We will begin with a few showers over the eastern half of the region. That rain will end, and most high-res models, including Futurecast, showing some sunshine returning to our area late tomorrow. So that is, in a nutshell, what we can experience. This is a look, again, at the gusts that we already have at this hour. The peak winds that we've recorded since midnight, you can see one gust approaching 30 miles per hour in Manny. So some of these bands will have the capability of producing that gust here in the next hour or two of 20 to 30 miles per hour. As the center gets closer late this evening into, say, 9 o'clock this evening to 3 a.m., that's where the winds will be at their peak over the southeastern half of the area. Of course, once Delta moves out, we will see some improvement with a taste of summer. Sunshine Sunday, 90 for the high, upper 80s Monday. Cold front cools us off for the middle part of the work week, and a reinforcing shot of cooler air arrives late next week with nothing more as far as rain once Delta departs. So again, the worst of Delta late this evening, past midnight, should start to see conditions improve as we work our way towards sunrise.